and even the steam, which I guess you can't complain about them being
What is that?
really sensitive, but it's kind of annoying actually.
Thank you.
Do you change
I'm sorry. Let me stop. I ain't did this in a minute, but how you doing, y'all?
You're good. What's your
I
name?
gotta raise my hand. Tobias
Nope.
Glass.
What's your last name?
Glaster.
Okay, have a seat. We'll be with you in just 1 second. We're waiting for our computer to update here.
Okay.
We've had a really long day, so.
No, I believe it. I believe it. I just, y'all wouldn't understand. I had to get evidence because it's my word against their word. So, hey.
All right, we'll get to that in just a second, okay? So you are here today on YPD 23-000-4435. Now that I've called your case, can you tell me your full name for the record?
Tobias Glaster.
Do you have a middle name?
Oh, Tobias Marquellis Glaster.
Thank you. And Mr. Glaster, I want to make you aware of 2 things. First, our case is proceeding by Zoom. If something happens that you can't hear or see me, let me know right away. Otherwise, I assume everything's going fine from your perspective, okay?
Okay.
Second, courthouse is closed to the public today. The public has the right to hear and see what's happening here in the courtroom. So our cases are being broadcast live on our YouTube channel. I'm sorry, on Magistrate Fink's YouTube channel. When we're done here today, everything will come off of her channel. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with that, we will proceed. I'll advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, the court will refer you to the local appointing authority for them to make investigation as to representation. You also have the right to a trial. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm going to have the public defender represent you today, and then you'll be referred to the local appointing authority. I will now sign that order for that appointment. I just want to confirm your contact information. So you provided an address, email, and telephone number to Ms. Carney. All that information is correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you receive telephone calls and text messages at the number you provided?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have access to your email?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. I will update that in our system. And with that, I will proceed with appearances by counsel.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Reiser on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Glaster.
Thank you. And good afternoon again to you as well. Counsel, would you like me to read the complaint in this matter? Or do you waive formal reading?
We will waive formal reading and stay mute.
Okay, thank you. Just 1 second. There's no apartment number at the address you've provided, is there?
That's a house. No, it's a house.
Okay, thank you. Just don't want to have a partial address and then you don't get your mail.
Can I ask a question?
You can, but before you ask a question, I want to remind you, you have the right to remain silent and anything you say can and will be used against you. Do you still have a question for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, what's up?
Can I really know what was said for me to be here? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason that
Okay, so again, I'm gonna have you pause. I'm gonna have you pause because again, I don't want you to say something that could be used against you. And I mean, no disrespect cutting you off, but here's the thing. Even the smallest thing could be a problem for you. So that's why I don't want you to say anything. I'm happy to read the complaint to you if that's what you want me to do.
Okay.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Because I'm telling the truth and nothing but the truth.
I 100% appreciate
I was
that.
hiding or did that, I wouldn't been there. Like I told the officers, I wouldn't be here right now. I've been left.
See, again, you got to stop because I don't want you to say you were somewhere where you don't want to acknowledge you were. So I wouldn't say anything further about it. Okay. Okay. Again, trying to be helpful. All right, the complaint that I have before me, it has 2 counts. Count 1 alleges that on or about April 15th of 2023, that you were in Ypsilanti Chidester and Spring Street. The first count alleges that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Emily, an individual with whom you have a child in common and or an individual with whom you've had or have a dating relationship. That's count one. It's a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500. I'm not asking if you agree. Put your hand up. I'm not asking if you agree. Do you understand that's what you've been charged with? Not do you agree, but you understand that's what's against
I
you.
don't understand, Your Honor. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because an assault and battery or domestic violence has to be physical. I've never once put my hand.
Absolutely not. That's not true.
Doesn't?
Nope. An assault, a legal definition of assault. So if I'm walking down the street, if you and I are walking outside on the street, when we talk about an assault, we think an assault is physical contact, right? Like that's the common
Yeah,
definition of
yeah,
assault. The
Yeah,
legal definition of assault is completely different. The legal definition of assault is when you put someone in fear of
Oh.
unwanted contact. That's assault.
okay.
And then battery is when you actually make that.
Okay, thank you.
Does that
Now,
help?
it helped a lot.
Okay,
I see
good.
why she said that, because
Okay.
that's on her.
Right. So again, if you're just walking down the street talking with your friends and you're talking about
Right.
somebody assaulting somebody, you're talking about usually someone having contact.
If
That's
I
not
make
how it
them-
works according to the law.
Right, if I make them, what you say?
Okay. So you understand the charge against you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand the maximum penalty.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, count two alleges that you did drive a vehicle upon a highway or roadway, Chidester Street and or Spring Street in willful or wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property.
Mm.
So do you understand that charge, commonly known as reckless driving? Again,
No,
not do you agree, but do you understand that's what you've been
No,
charged with?
No, I don't understand why I'm being charged with that. I'm being honest, because I
Okay.
never, I'm gonna be honest, magistrate. I never chased her. I followed her because she took something from me. I wanted to see.
No. You understand. You just disagree with the charge.
No, I don't
Yep,
understand.
based on what you just said to me, you understand what you've been
Because
charged
I'm
with,
being
but you
honest.
think it's wrong.
You have to be running to get chased. I wasn't chasing nobody.
You weren't accused of chasing someone. That's not what I said to you. Right?
You said I was driving unlawfully, but that's not
I
right.
said you had willful or wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property. That's the charge.
Okay.
The maximum penalty for that charge, 93 days in jail and or $500. You understand that maximum penalty?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Then we will proceed. We'll have you stand mute. That means you're going to, nope, it's just a legal expression.
Oh, stay mute.
Right. It's standing mute. That means you're not going to make any comments as to the complaint. I will enter a plea of not guilty for you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm going to schedule you for your next court date. Except the person who schedules that has temporarily left the courtroom. She'll be back in just 1 second. So once she comes back, I will schedule you for your next court date. It's going to be in front of Judge Barr. He's at 14A2 District Court, and it'll be a pretrial, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Is it here or is it Ann Arbor? I know this Ann Arbor. Is it here or is it downtown Ann Arbor?
It's neither. 14A2 District Court. Can I have a date for Judge Barr for a pretrial?
Yes.
Just 1 sec. It's it's a DD.
It's a DD again. Okay, so April 20th at 11 a.m.
Will you guys mail it to me?
Just hang tight for 1 sec, okay? Yep. Okay, so you are going to see Judge Barr April 20th at 11 a.m. That will be in person at the 14A2 District Court. We're going to get you a notice to appear while you're downstairs in the jail, and you'll receive additional information from the public defender's office. Again, that's in person. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thursday, right?
April 20th is a Thursday. All right. Next thing we're going to need to address in this matter, bond. There are two parts to bond. Bond conditions. Those are things the court tells you you can and cannot do. If you violate a bond condition, you're subject to immediate arrest. The other side of bond is whether you can be released today on your own or whether you'd have to post a bond in order to be released. Before I make any decisions regarding bond or bond conditions, I heard testimony regarding what allegedly took place on the day in question. I have a check on your criminal history. I've had a chance to review the complaint. I'm going to hear from your counsel. I'll hear from the people if the people wish to be heard. I have a risk assessment done by Community Corrections, and I have a written request from law enforcement in the prosecutor's office. I will go through all of your bond conditions with you, and you will get a copy of those when we are done. Do the people wish to be heard?
Just what we requested in the bond form, Your Honor. Did the court receive our bond form? We certainly have safety concerns for her safety based on the information we received in this case that the defendant did chase her down with his vehicle because he thought that she took a blunt from his vehicle, drove her off the road. But I think more concerning was the fact that she had 4 minor children in the car with her. So I have concerns for her for her safety and the public as well.
Thank you. Ms. Perny?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Let me just find my notes. I'm sorry, they disappeared.
I'm about to sneeze.
So we are asking for a personal bond in this case. Mr. Glaster does not have.
Thank you. Sorry.
You're all
One
right.
sec. Hold on. I gotta sanitize. It's all drippy. One sec.
It's allergy season.
It is, and I'm out of pills. Okay, sorry. And I don't want to sneeze and then touch stuff and hand it to Ann, and then Ann gets sick, and then Judge Simpson gets sick, and then everyone's mad at me. Okay, I'm ready. What would you like to say, Ms. Perny?
So just to reiterate, we are asking for a personal bond. Mr. Glaster has no other open cases. He's not currently on probation or parole, and I didn't see any holds in ex-jail. I didn't have a chance to run his criminal history, but from what he told me, his last case was from 2003. He currently works at Forcia. I hope I pronounced that right, but he's been working there since 2014. He does.
Yeah.
Portia, okay. He does have 6 children. 4 are shared with the complaining witness. I did discuss the typical bond conditions with him, and he does understand the no contact and any no go-to orders. Just want to make the court aware that they do share 4 children.
Thank you.
They didn't even say that. They said 1 children. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 4.
No, it's 4, but the lady told the lady 1 to make it look bad on my end. I never once chased her. I never once thought she stole.
Stop. Again, remember.
You're right.
You don't want to say anything. As far as I know, there are 4 kids that were in the car.
That's
what was testified to me. Again.
You don't need to hear it.
I really don't want you to say something that could be used against you, you know? So
I'm telling the truth, nothing but the truth.
But it doesn't matter. Even if you're telling, just because it's the truth, it doesn't mean it's not going to be a crime, right?
Okay, you're right, but can I ask
you?
You're right. Can I ask one more question before I go?
You can ask a question.
Can I bring my evidence of my recording of her going in my car and the clerk saying, "Hey, someone's going in your car," and I looked, it was her. So I recorded her from there.
So again.
Okay.
You can bring whatever evidence you want, but now
Okay,
but think about what you've just said to me.
I'm telling the truth.
Doesn't matter. You've put yourself in, you've acknowledged various things that are not going to be helpful to you later. You bring whatever evidence you want to bring. Just because it's the truth doesn't mean it's going to be helpful to you. Right?
I don't understand.
Listen, when I was a little kid, I stole a pack of gum. I asked my mom to buy me a pack of gum as we're checking out at the grocery store. And she said, "No, we're not buying gum today." And I took the gum and I put it in my pocket. And I got home and I was chewing gum. And my mom said, "How did you get gum?" And I said, "Oh, you wouldn't buy it for me. I stole it." We went back to the store. I still got in trouble. Just because it's the truth doesn't mean you're not going to get in trouble, right?
You should get in trouble.
Sticky fingers at age 5.
Right.
So all my allowance went, I had to spit out the piece of gum. I had to take the piece of gum back to the grocery store with the rest of the gum.
Mhm.
So just because it's the truth, it may not be helpful to you, okay?
Okay, you're right.
Okay, so you bring whatever evidence you want. You're gonna share it
Thank
with
you.
the public defender's office.
Thank you.
Okay, so your bond conditions. Ms. Reiser, did you have anything further? Okay.
No.
I read your lips. We were good. Okay. Again, it's been a long day. Your bond conditions, sir, are going to be as follows. These are not in the order of importance. They're just in the order on the form I'm going to read from. You are not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, illegal drugs, or marijuana. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a medical marijuana card?
Mhm.
No, then no marijuana for you. You are going to have standard supervision with our community corrections department. That is going to include drug and alcohol testing. Do you understand?
Yeah. That's bold, man.
I didn't hear that.
I'm talking to myself, man.
Okay, so I asked you a question. I can't go on until you tell me, yes, you understand.
Yes, I understand that I'm getting hoodwinked for money. Yes, I understand that totally. It's all about the money, I see. So.
You'll have to appear at community corrections within 1 business day of your release from jail. Each time you go into community corrections, you have to bring your photo ID and $12. Do you have a valid driver's license you can take with you?
Hold on, you said I have to be on probation?
I haven't said that. These are
That's
your bond.
supervision. That's supervision.
That's supervision. That's not
So, we just
probation.
do
You're
that
on
or
bond.
do it 30 days? You said do the 90 days or do that?
I'm not sure where all this information you're saying is
No, because
coming from. I haven't said that.
I'm feeling like I'm being, let's see the word I want to put.
Mr.
would
Glasser, I would advise you just to answer the magistrate's questions with yes or no.
I am, but I'm trying to figure out, am I being on supervision? But I don't have $12 every time. I'm not even gonna have $12 in 2 days. That's
Okay,
what I'm thinking.
so this will go smoother, quite honestly, if you just listen to what I'm saying, because
Okay.
I'm explaining everything to you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why do I have to go with that? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm telling y'all. If I would have known her car was messed up, I would have left.
Oh,
I didn't know her car was messed up. She's only blaming me
Mr.
because
Glasser, like the magistrate told you, don't want to say anything.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
so you're gonna have standard supervision with our community corrections department. That is not probation, it is supervision. These are your bond conditions. Probation happens at the back side of your case. This is the front side of your case. You haven't been found guilty, you haven't pled guilty. So that's where you are in this case. You're not allowed to leave the state of Michigan without prior permission of the court, and you're not to purchase or possess any firearms, ammunition, or dangerous weapons. Do you understand your conditions so far?
Yes.
You are not to assault, terrorize, frighten, intimidate, threaten, harass, molest, or stalk anyone. Do you understand?
Yes. Where is all this coming from, though? She said all this.
These are the conditions. That doesn't mean that it's alleged that you harassed someone, but these are the conditions I set to ensure everyone's safety, okay? So listen to the conditions, understand the conditions, and this will go smoother for you. When I say no,
I can't see my kids. I can't talk to my kids neither.
okay, I'm gonna pass on this case and we're gonna take the next person. And when you're ready to stop interrupting me and let me do my job, then I can take care of your case.
Go ahead. I was just saying, asking.
Okay, let me finish. Stop interrupting me and then
Okay.
I'll explain it to you. But if you keep
Okay.
interrupting me, you're not gonna get it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, one more interruption and I'm done with you and you're gonna wait until the other people go. When I say no contact, no direct or indirect contact, don't attempt to have contact with her. No telephone, email, texting, internet, and or social media. No Skype, no Zoom, no FaceTime, no Facebook. No contact means no contact. And you can't direct other people to be in touch with her on your behalf. If you have minor children in common and you have no set parenting time schedule, and you still want to see your kids, then you can contact the local court to schedule your parenting time, or if there's someone that the two of you mutually agree is someone that you can both communicate with regarding the children, you can do that. But if there's no one that she agrees, then you're not going to be able to have any of those kinds of communications. I'm not restricting your parenting time. I don't do that. I probably should restrict your parenting time based upon the allegations that have been presented here, alleging that the children were in the car when this event took place, but I'm not going to do that for now. I don't want you driving your children, however. So if you're driving, the kids can't get in the car. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Onward on your bond conditions. You are not to go to the home, any place of employment, any place he attends, whether she is present or not. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not to violate any criminal law. You're required to appear for any and all court hearings and other places as directed by the court. And all the conditions I've just laid out, they will exist whether you are in custody or out of custody. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to be able to stay away from her?
Yes, ma'am. I was staying away from her. This is why I'm in here. She's mad because I don't want to deal with
Okay.
her.
I'm going to add one more condition. I'm going to have a GPS tether put on you
Thank you.
because I'm concerned that you're actually not going to follow my conditions based upon the comments that you're making. So that GPS tether will have to be placed on you. That's going to be a hot zone tether to her house to ensure that you're not going to her house
Right.
where she lives.
Right.
And that can't be placed until tomorrow when community corrections comes back. So in the morning, they will come to the jail to place your tether, and then you can be released on a PR bond with a backup cash bond of $5,000. So if you violate any of your conditions or fail to comply or fail to come to court, that's the minimum bond you would have. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything further, Ms. Kearney?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, and anything further, Ms. Reiser?
No, thank you.
And do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When can I go take this to trial? Because I'm not even, it's not even funny, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And I know y'all had so many cases like these. I honestly, listen, I didn't ask for none of this. She took my blunt out my car. The gas station clerk pointed. He said, someone's in your car. I look over, I said, oh, that's just my.
Mr. Glasser, we don't want you to say anything.
She
Like
asked me-
like
she
Magistrate
asked me
Garwood has
not
told
a
you,
question.
anything you
I
can
was-
say will be used against you, okay?
But I was asking her, could I bring it to court when we go to trial?
I already told you. I already said, yes, you bring
Yeah.
all of your evidence to court. You share that with Ms. Kearney's office. Whatever evidence you have, you're going to share with your attorneys, and then you'll bring that to court when you go to court. Today, we're not deciding guilt or innocence. That's not today.
So is there anything in there that the police officer said on my behalf?
I don't know what that means.
Is there anything in your report that the police said on my behalf?
I don't have a police report. Judges don't look at police reports at arraignment. That's not something I would see. A police officer testified in open court about what allegedly took place.
And can you tell me what he said?
It was hours ago. Your attorney was here. She has access. You'll get discovery. That's not my job. I told you what the charges are. That's what my obligation is, to tell you what the charges are against you. You'll do discovery. You'll do discovery and you'll get more information.
So now I'm about to get fired from my job because I don't get out until when? You said tomorrow?
Tomorrow after they place the tether.
So once I lose my job of employment, I lose my house, I lose my car. So my life is over with, right?
I have nothing to do with that. Listen, I didn't
Right,
get
okay,
you into the
right.
circumstance. I'm just doing my job.
I get it, just don't care about Tobias. Okay, thank you. I'm all good. Thank you, I appreciate it. That's all I wanted to hear.
Okay, so The record will reflect that Mr. Tobias thinks I don't care, and that is fabulous, and
I
that
didn't
can
say-
be on the
I didn't Say I
record.
don't think you don't care. I said I see don't nobody care about me because it's all allegations.
Mr.
of me.
Glasser, unless you have any more questions for Magistrate Garwood, I would
We're
advise that
set. You're all set.
you leave.
So you can stand up and go to the door. We'll have the jail staff get you your paperwork. Tomorrow morning, as soon as they can get to you, they will get you your tether and then you'll be released.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could we start the process right now, the 90 days? Because I'm gonna be honest with
What
you.
90 days are you talking about?
I just want to plead guilty. I did all that because it's like I don't even want to go through tether. I don't want to go through.
Mr.
no-
Glasser, can you stand up and tell the officer we're all set? Please.
It's crazy.
Right.